Hello, hello everybody. It's everyone's favorite on-again, off-again YouTuber, whiteandnerdyman, aka Chad, aka Chadwick. It is good to see you guys again, metaphorically speaking anyway. I apologize once again for just so many delays and so many gaps in my content creation and just being on YouTube and off YouTube. It's just everything with life, you know. It's just everything's just been super busy. A lot of things been going on, good things, including in the Slay the Spire world. I decided to go ahead and come on back to this after Borderlands 3 has sucked a lot of my life away. Slay the Spire has added a new character class, but we have to win a run with having all three characters unlocked. I've actually been able to play a little bit of the new character class that is called the Watcher. I was about to say the Wanderer. It's the Watcher. Very interesting gameplay style. I was hoping that we would be able to have it unlocked for this episode, but that's okay. We will just go ahead and jump into a brand new run. I hope everybody is doing okay. Let's see, Defect was the one that we were really playing heavily on last time, and we really didn't do well with him at all. At least we made it to like the second boss, but not as far as I would have liked. We'll see how rusty/non-rusty I am as we get into a newer run. We have unlocked Ascension mode. I remember throwing that out there just from kind of skimming over a couple of my old videos before I jump back in here for both the Ironclad and the Silence. The Ascension modes are interesting because whenever you flick the switch and turn it on, we have increasing difficulty parameters, and as you win victories in each run, you get another level of Ascension all the way up to level 20, I believe, which is absolutely insane. The first one starts off relatively tame. It's just this elite spawn more often. So let us go ahead and, Ironclad has not been getting a whole lot of rep on this channel at all. 3 episodes to his name, not even a daily climb yet. Let's just roll with him with Ascension 1 turned on. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys have been doing well. It's just been, once again, a very busy time. Pardon me for constantly clearing my throat. I'm still kind of getting over a really bad cough. Yeah, I've just been kind of going back and forth between tons of different games. Stopped recording for a while. Honestly, I just lost a little bit of motivation more than anything else. But regardless, enough about my tragic backstory, as it were. Niao says, hello again. Well, greetings again to you, Niao, giant whale of wonders. Let us see what you will give us this time. We can choose a card to obtain. We can obtain a random common relic. We could lose all of our gold and transform 2 cards, or lose our starting relic and obtain a random boss relic. There's a store immediately coming up, but do we really need to go shopping that soon? Let's make this a little bit interesting. Let's see what transforming 2 of our cards will entail by paying 99 gold for it, effectively. Let's transform a Strike and a Defend, since I like to get rid of those. We have Iron Wave, which is basically a good replacement for one of the blocks, and Limit Break, which doubles our strength. So we shall see how risky and how rewarding it might be. But let's go ahead and jump in. I'll shut up here. Let's go ahead and choose our main path. Along with the new character class, they've also added new relics, new potions, some balancing changes. I have only noticed a few of the balancing changes, but I've only been playing for about maybe 5 to 6 hours ever since the new patch was released back in January. So we get to encounter some of these things together, and I am excited to do so. But without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump into first combat. I'm ready for this. I forget how amazing and addictive this game is. I was eating lunch with a good friend of mine, Jared, and he just randomly mentioned it in conversation. I don't know, I got the itch to play it again, and well, the rest is history. So immediately, 15 damage coming in. Not optimal. Stupid little slimes. I'm glad that we have Iron Wave, because that is strictly better than Block, because we actually get to deal a little damage along with it. We will not be able to kill Micro Slime there, unfortunately, but let's just go ahead and wear him down. we can afford to take some damage. As with you remember, the Ironclad's relic is Burning Blood. At the end of combat, heals 6 HP. So let's just go ahead and take that route. And we'll just suffer 5 damage, but it's alright. We will heal at the end of the battle. And optimistically, we won't take any more damage. But we'll have to see what is in store for us. So, let's go ahead and strike him, just to finish him off, and let's get some vulnerable on this Yahoo, especially since the He is about to give us a nice little debuff that weakens us. But yeah, it has indeed been a long hiatus, but dagnabbit, if it is not a testament to some sort of consistency on my channel, that I have returned to a series as opposed to abandoning it and starting a completely new one. Slay the Spire is just that daggone good of a game. I've always really enjoyed it. I can officially say it's my favorite roguelike. Yeah. The devs at Megacrit really know what they're doing in creating this game. I can't wait to see future projects by them. I want them to port this to mobile so I can take this with me to work, for better or for worse, I suppose. Alright, first combat is over. I won't try to narrate as much as what I'm doing unless if I'm really starting to ponder about it. I am trying to proceed with some sense of expediency. That way these episodes aren't going to be super long. So, it is time for build considerations. Since we already have a card that will double our strength, let's go ahead and get a card that will just give us a base increase in strength as well. My buddy, whenever I was eating Buddy with my lunch, Jared. Sorry, Jared. No, whenever I was eating lunch with my buddy Jared, he was asking me for a lot of tips when it comes to this game, but it's just so difficult to kind of nail down exactly a set strategy because there's just so much variance. There's so much that goes into a build. There's so much that goes into like each run. So many nuances. It's just hard to pinpoint one. But one strategy that I'll share with you that seems to work fairly well with me is that you really want to make sure that with whatever cards you pick, they best complement what you already have. Instead of trying to necessarily quote-unquote go for a build, you should really optimize what you have or what you expect to be coming in. Sometimes the Niao can set you up with something good, but hence why I went ahead and did Spot Weakness. So we're going to go ahead and do that, actually. That way we get some extra strength. We will be taking 11 damage no matter what we do. So let's just go ahead and bash our way out of this turn, get vulnerable going on this Jawworm, eat the damage, and then just roll out the pain in return. Oh, and look at that. This is the exact kind of deck optimization I was talking about. We're going to double our strength. Look at that. 12 damage, no, 18 damage along with vulnerable. And we really can't do anything else with that turn, so we'll let it pass. But yeah, the Ironclad definitely does have a lot of strength-based cards that are very good, and we can just keep on going with our strength if we want to be absolutely ridiculous, which, I mean, of course we do. Or, you know, well, let's just make it extra insult to injury with 9 strength and just whack the crap out of this guy. Unnecessary, yes, but gratifying and satisfying? Well, for me it is, but, you know, I guess I will leave that up to your interpretation as to whether or not it works for you as well. So, let's look at our deck here and see our composition. I usually like to keep my attack to skill ratios about 1-to-1, you know. 1 attack for every defend and vice versa. But, it will be good to have some block, especially with a little bit more of an offensive character. Plus, it gives us some card draw. Or we could deal 12 damage and apply 2 weak, which could reduce incoming damage altogether. Let's just go shrug it off. The merchant doesn't offer refunds. He's a jerk. Well, that's not very nice. And we will proceed. Next combat. I also need to take a better consideration of the map that we are going up in. Just so that we don't corner ourselves in a bad situation. We're going to strike this guy. I don't want to double my strength right now because, you know, 0 times 2 is 0. Block up 2 times for no reason. That's perfectly fine by me. But yeah, I've been considering doing some recording on my PlayStation 4 since that has the better and more beefy hardware than my laptop does, but it's just easier for me to do it on here. Plus I have a nice high-quality microphone that you're hearing me using right now. It was my graduation present from college almost 6 years ago. I can hardly believe that. We're going to do Iron Wave. Honestly, we could have just done Strike, but it's okay. We're going to shrug it off to draw a card, and just bring it in with another strike. We want to eliminate this cultist pretty quickly because of that ritual spell that he has, where he gets 3 strength at the end of each and every one of his turns. Quite a jerk move, if I do say so myself. We're going to mitigate as much damage as possible. We will be taking 4 damage at least, but we're going to hit him with a strike. And our strength is starting to increase. Hopefully we can get Limit Break within the next couple of turns or so. We will see. Oh, and well. Okay. So yeah, we're going to double that strength, and that will actually be sufficient to kill him. How about that? I am already digging this build. We will see if it carries us through to the end. Going to pick up our money. Add a card to our deck. Let's see. At the end of our turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 damage to all enemies. I'm not sure how I feel about that, to be honest with you. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 3 times. I don't like cards like this too much. It's great whenever it's just like a single enemy, but whenever it's multiple enemies, it's just not good for consistency purposes. I don't know, I'm a person that kind of likes to feel like that I'm somewhat in control of things. Or we could deal 5 damage twice. Twin Strike, sure, we'll go with that. Take a break every now and then. Well, don't worry. We're not going to take a break yet. Not until at least we get to the first boss. But yeah, if you guys have still been watching, I want to thank you very, very much. Thank you for all the new subscribers that I've gotten. Whether you subscribed for my old high school content or this new stuff that I'm putting out, thank you either way. I really don't have any plans to return to the AMV business or anything Nightmare Before Christmas related. In the future, I would, if I'm going to be uploading anything, it's just probably going to be game related, like Let's Plays, stuff that's easier for my computer to handle. Let's take consideration as to what we're going to do here. 19 damage coming in. My immediate instinct is to defend. Let's get the slime in the back with Twin Strike. Sometimes it's good to target enemies with the lowest HP. It's just one less damage dealer you have to deal with. And also their status effects and what they inflict might also influence your decision. He will survive this turn, unfortunately. How about we shrug it off and see if we can get lucky? Not as lucky as I would have hoped. But that is that. The Jawworm is going to buff himself and get a shield. But hopefully next turn, the slime will be history. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions as to what you want me to play, if you want me to continue with Slay the Spire, I have literally the possibilities with this one are endless as far as I'm concerned. Oh man, this is going to hurt. Thinking. Let's go ahead and spot weakness, defend, and that will give us enough strength to kill the slime in one hit. We're still going to be taking 9 damage. This run is not necessarily being kind to us at the moment, but I mean, hey, you can't give me just an easy entrance back in the game after being off for, oh my gosh, like 8 months. So, bring it on, game. But really, don't bring it on. But bring it on! I honestly don't know what I'm saying right now. We're going to do Limit Break to double our strength. We're going to do a strike, and 11 damage twice with Twin Strike. That is amazing. I'm hoping that we could find some really good cards to help just keeping our strength stacking to unrealistic proportions. Could do a bash. Let's see, 16, 14. Oh yeah, this will most definitely be enough to kill him. And there he is, just like that. But yeah, I'm thinking of other things. Daily Climb, I'm still wanting to do that. Optimistically, I wanted to do that actually before I even posted this new episode of the brand new run. But I already actually on my own personal save file, I've already done today's Daily Climb. So it would kind of feel like, I don't know, a little bit cheating. I won't be able to experience everything kind of like first-time basis on the run, because I believe with the daily climb, it uses the same seed until it moves on to the next one. So really everything would be, I suppose, in the same place. So I didn't want that to necessarily affect the quality of the Let's Play or the genuineness of my reactions to things. Those are just my thoughts. So we have some interesting cards here. Impervious. That's a lot of block. But the only hesitation that I have with that is an exhaust card. That is a build strategy that I have not quite wrapped my head around for the Ironclad, and that is exhaust strategies. There are a lot of cards that play off of that concept, but I've only played with that concept itself not very often, maybe in daily climb runs, but not in regular runs. I don't know. If you guys want me to try that in the future, definitely let me know. But anyhow, we'll just go ahead and skip this round. I don't know, Impervious does seem good. Let's just get Impervious. Why not? It's expensive, but that's a lot of block for one get-go. We could be absolutely insane and try to go after... I'm thinking, well, we'll encounter an elite either way. Let's go after the question mark, and then the elite will be in our direct path after that. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend! I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. We can pay him 35 gold to heal 20 HP. We can pay him 50 gold to remove a card from our deck, which, if we look at our deck here, that could be a worthwhile consideration, since we have some objectively better cards rolling in there. We have a campfire coming directly next. That could let us upgrade a card. I don't know, I'm considering. Alright, let's, although we're going to be losing out on 5 HP, let's just go ahead and heal. A warm golden light envelops your body and dissipates. The creature grins. Cleric, best healer. Have good day! And with that, we will take our leave. Let's go ahead and camp out. We are at full health, so we're going to take this opportunity to smith to upgrade a card. We can upgrade that Impervious card that we just got with 40 block, which is nuts. But there is a card that we can upgrade, and that is Limit Break. It makes it still the same cost, but it no longer exhausts, so we can just keep doubling and doubling and doubling our strengths like madmen. Yes. I think that'll facilitate what we're kind of going for in this strengths-based build. Okay, I'll stop. Let us proceed. And we will proceed to fetch a new relic, and we're going to carve it out of the body of this elite right here. We're gonna get him. We could have had an opportunity to increase our strength, but he is not trying to attack. So spot weaknesses are going to avail us nothing at this moment. So let's just go ahead and twin strike him. Iron Wave. And just a regular strike. Not too bad, 21 damage right out of the get-go. But each class also has its own playing strengths. Ironclad is much, much more of an aggressive kind of stance. I definitely do like that. It is fun to play around with. It's kind of cathartic in a way, because you just kind of release all that pent-up aggression that you accrue during the work week. And speaking of pent-up aggression, we're going to bash him to make him vulnerable. We do have the room for HP healing. Oh, and I forget I forget about his special ability where Gremlin Knob, every time that we play a skill card, it makes him very, very mad. So we want to try to avoid that as much as possible. But we still gotta keep on doling out the pain for this guy. I mean, there's really no other option. We could do Shrug It Off, because that attack is really going to hurt for 24 damage. We don't have any zero-cost cards. I'm trying to figure out if that was a net positive or net gain. We're still going to take... Yeah, ow. We're still going to take... Ow. He is intending to attack, so he could do Spot Weakness, but it's just going to wail on us all the more. I really hope that our run does not end here, everybody. Could use a Dexterity Potion to help save our lives. Iron Wave is a good way around his anger management issues. We'll leave spot weakness alone. I think we're in a good enough spot where we can just kind of wear him down. Hopefully he's just going to go for, okay, just a regular attack. Plus we were vulnerable, so that's a big reason why I think that we were hurting pretty badly. Let's see. Vulnerable, have to remember, 50% more damage from attacks. And so that would make it like 7/7. That's risky. But we may have no other choice. 7 damage twice. Oh, it's not quite enough to kill him. I got no choice. And you guys might be decrying my decision. I might just kind of be proceeding in here too recklessly. You know, with, oh my gosh, my strengths. And then I just totally get raffle stomped later on. But I guess it's part of the price we will have to pay. We got some money after a very harrowing victory. We do get a max HP increase, so that is definitely good. We get a potion, and we have an opportunity to add another card to our deck. Now, this would also be a good opportunity. Perfected Strike would be a really good card for this build, because although we have eliminated one of our regular strikes, we have Twin Strike to help supplement its damage. It deals 6 damage, deals 2 additional damage for all of your cards containing the word Strike in it. I don't know if Perfected Strike itself is included in that or not, but Double Tap. Double Tap is one of my favorite cards for the Ironclad, especially if you pair that with something like Bludgeon. Oh, it feels almost OP. But as I always say, when it comes to roguelikes, there is no such thing as OP. Okay. We'll just grab Double Tap, and we will keep on going. We're about to come up to a chest. We just have to take care of these Cordyceps fungus rat corpses, or fungi beast. They don't seem like fun guys to me. Bodunts. So we're going to spot the weakness in him. We're going to limit break to really get our strength going to ridiculous proportions. We will be taking 12 damage. I'm okay with this decision just simply because we had no blocks to give us an option out of taking damage. The game is very much like, I see your HP regen each combat, and I raise you with absolute insanity. And I say, no, I don't want that. But nevertheless, here it is. Iron Wave deals 11 damage. We don't have any zero-cost energy cards, so it'd just be kind of pointless to gain the 8 block that we don't even need and draw a card and eliminate that option for us the next turn. Fungi Beast is going to grow, get some extra strength himself. But, you know, extra strength is irrelevant whenever you're dead. Alright, we got some healing. We really need to find another campfire before too long. Next campfire is not until towards the end of the stage, so we're going to go the coward's way out. And we are going to just kind of zigzag up these question marks here. So collect our monies. Body Slam would pair very nicely with Impervious. But our whole build is not necessarily centered around block. I don't like the thought of that exhaust 1 card at random for True Grit there. Let's do Body Slam. Sure. We definitely want to experiment with as much as we can while we're in the run, for more or less y'all's amusement and my pain. I get to be your guinea pig. Let us open the chest. Bird-faced urn. This is kind of vestigial for us at this point, because we don't have any power cards that I know of. Yeah, no powers yet. That'll give us things to consider for the future of our build. But yeah, also a big thing that will influence your builds are your relics. That could change the entire makeup of your build if you get a significant enough relic. Just thinking of some tips and tricks out there. So he is immediately going to try to hurt us, but remember what I said about the Impervious and Body Slam combo? Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And in this corner, we have the Ironclad, fitted with 30 block, ready to bring down that 30 block of pain on this scrawny-looking slaver. Take this, barbed wire boy. Yeah, well, and our turn. he will deal absolutely no damage to us. Pardon my ridiculousness, but you know, it is who I is, ma'am. We can spot weakness. The trick is that we, no matter what we do, he would be one short of being dead. That's aggravating, but it is what it is. We'll be taking 8 points of damage. Next turn, we should almost certainly have enough to kill him. I was about to say, if we have any attack cards, I was going to be upset there for a second. But yeah, we'll, I don't know if it's just partly I need to buckle down and concentrate, but we're just going to keep on going as we are right now. We can do Cleave, which deals 8 damage to all enemies. It's not a bad investment, honestly. Second Wind to exhaust all non-attack cards for some block. But once again, exhaust. It just makes me nervous. It's just how I am, I guess, man. I don't know. We'll skip. Or, well, let's get Cleave. I know before that I've really emphasized the importance of not bloating your deck quantity, but similarly, I don't know, I have been kind of letting myself even get up to about like 30 cards and have still been doing okay. I think it's more so of the content of the cards along with the quantity. It's so hard to recommend tips for this game just simply because there's just, once again, so many layers, donkey. Slay the Spire has layers. You fall into a puddle. It's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel the goop in your ears, goop in your nose, goop everywhere. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. We are at a very low HP point right now. The gold is not worth it. I essentially pay 31 gold to not take damage. Before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit, so this is a good chance to transform a card if we are so inclined, which I am. Pardon me for just one moment. Hydration break, brought to you by Oh Yeah. And that's all you need to know. I don't want to get product placement flagged on my videos. We have another opportunity to transform one of our weaker strikes, so let's just do it. You know, I'm feeling kind of adventurous, if not blasé. I don't like that card as much, but it's a power card, I guess. Since the Iron Clan has passive healing, a lot of his cards also focus on him losing HP. That has worked out to great effect for me before, with the right combination of cards, but we'll see if we ever play this one. If I feel like that it's useless later, then we could just get rid of it. On to the next question mark, which is a combat. I wondered if that was going to happen. Sneaky, sneaky game. Can't use Limit Break right now because, you know, 0 times 2 is 0. Brutality. At the start of your turn, lose 1 HP and draw a card. I don't want to lose any more HP right now. So we're just going to cleave. We're going to strike. And if things get really hairy, I mean, we could always throw the Smoke Bomb potion that we got. Not one of the new potions, but I don't think it's one that we have encountered on this Let's Play before. It's very useful for getting... That'll even get you out of elites, which is a pro tip there. That could most certainly be very helpful. Let's go double tap so that Bash will be played twice. So he gets 4 stacks of vulnerable. Oh no! But I forget he's the large slime. That means he's just going to split in half and, yeah, lose those mighty debuffs that I just inflicted upon him. You gotta pay attention, Chad. Get some WD-40 to, get this rust out, you know? But it is what it is at this point. We're going to spot his weakness. I am considering how would I be dealing 3 damage? Oh, okay. I guess that's just my strength modifier put on there. Okay. Talking D&D terms there. We could defend. Yeah, we might as well preserve as much HP as we can at this point. I'm not 100%. That was not a good move last turn. I was yakking and was not paying attention. But we'll see if we can get one of these yahoos on the business end of my sword the next turn. Shrug it off, potentially get a better card draw. Okay, we can roll with that. We'll double tap, so we'll deal strike twice. We're gonna kill one of these slimes. Nabbit. Dag nabbit. The guy in the back is gonna be going for an attack. We can't kill him this turn, but we'll just go ahead and block. Let's attack using strike. And then, because of our strength modifier, instead of body slam dealing 0 beforehand, it would just be the added strength to it. So now it's 6, which, you know, as much as a standard strike. It's not terrible. He's going to hit us. 5 damage. We are really looking bad HP-wise, but thankfully we have Campfire coming up. So it's not going to be too horrible. Let's do Limit Break. To break the limits. We're going to do Bash to apply some Vulnerable. And by attrition, we will kill this guy. Yeah. Twin Strike. Bringing it home. And we're getting ready for our first boss there, gang. Let's add a card to our deck. Deal 5 damage. If the enemy has Vulnerable, gain energy and draw a card. That's not bad at all. But it doesn't really play well off of the others, because I only have one card that applies Vulnerable. I don't want something to be too situational, if that makes sense. I'd want to have the effects that I'm going for really recur with a frequency that would be worth the investment of having the card take up space in my deck. We'll skip it for now, guys. My Listexia is showing. We're going to go ahead and go to the store. Not a whole lot of gold to work with, but we might be able to buy something. Maybe like a new card. Okay, Thunderclap. That honestly could have gone well with the card that we just forsook. But alas, here we are. Anger would work very well with what we're going for right now, especially with increased strength. Decisions. Blessing of the Forge. Upgrade all the cards in your hand for the rest of the combat. We already have max potion slots, so we won't bother with that. We'll just leave. I was thinking about Anger, but I decided to forego it. We're gonna rest up. We won't be at full HP for this next fight, guys, so we'll see. Hopefully it won't be like a ganked 2.0 situation. Not even anywhere close to full HP. Much to my chagrin. And we're going to be facing the Guardian. He is an interesting fellow, if I do say so myself. We're going to double tap. Strike. Spotting Weakness, unfortunately. And even has the Guardian's portrait on there, appropriately enough. He's not intending to attack right now. So it's really not going to do a whole lot for us. Let's go ahead and drink a Dexterity Potion to increase the amount of defense that we're going to be having coming in. Since we're at much lower HP than what I would rather be at a boss fight, we're going to go ahead and do an Attack Potion. Sure. Yeah, Rampage. This will be really good. Deal 8 damage. Each increases cards' damage by 5 this combat. We could have gone Heavy Blade as well, but it's okay. That's shuffled into our deck. We could draw a card at this point, but there's not really much of a point. We don't have any 0-cost cards. Destroy. 32 damage coming in. Can we do it? Can we wreck this guy's face? Is the question of the day. My instincts are telling me... No, he's got 19. We will come close. But no cigar. We will take 18 damage. This is not looking good, my friends. I hope the run won't end here. I would rather win. That way we can actually unlock the Watcher. We could do a Bash to apply 2 Vulnerable to him. Sure. Let's do that. And let's deal the maximum. I mean, it's not like it's going to penetrate the shield at this time anyhow. So he's going to get sharp thorns. We're going to get damage every single time we attack him, so we need to be cognizant of that. So Twin Strike is really not the optimum play here, unfortunately. Let's do Iron Wave, because, yep, we get the block first, so we can safely not accrue the damage. And since he's actually intending to attack this time, we can go ahead and start buffing up. Unfortunately, we can't use Limit Break this turn, but soon. Limit Break. Soon. But yeah, I'm trying to just consider all the possibilities that we could attempt to have with this game. It is truly a deep, deep, deep game. Once again, one of my favorite roguelikes of all time. I highly enjoy it. I'm just considering what we can do. I want to deal more damage to him, but honestly, HP preservation right here, at this point, is going to be vital. We're just going to try to mitigate as much damage as we possibly can. We're starting to get to a good roll here. Oh yeah, double tap with Rampage. I wonder if this will increase the damage by 10 since we're playing it twice. Actually, yes, we got a 10 damage increase. Awesome. And instead of suffering his attack, we made him transform again because we have dealt the appropriate amount of damage. I'm trying to remember if we have ever seen this guy in this Let's Play or not. So apologies if I'm giving rudimentary tips to the pros out there who have already faced this guy countless times, but just in case we haven't encountered it yet, here he is, the Guardian. He's kind of annoying. Not as annoying as some of the other guys, but still annoying. We're going to spot weakness again to get our strength really, really rolling at this point. Defend up twice. That way we don't have to worry about suffering any more unnecessary damage. His Twin Slam will hurt. So we need to... See, we're in the point where we're going to start dealing some massive damage to this guy, but I want to wait. Yeah, it's going to be another 11 damage. Yeah, as much as I want to go gung-ho, we are rapidly losing life. This could end up very bad. Rampage. Oh, it's so good. Let's double that strength. Let's Rampage this guy. And Cleave will deal just enough to make this guy transform. That's why I love Limit Break. We have rocking 12 strength here, guys. That is absolutely insane. At least from a mechanical standpoint. We're dealing so much damage, it's ridiculous. Could we afford to just go ahead and apply Vulnerable to him? This is tense, guys. 17 damage twice. Let's see. We have 18 health left, effectively, but that will bring us down to, because of his spikes, that'll bring us down to 11. That'll leave us with 2 HP left. Oh my gosh, it's so risky. Honestly, I hope this has not cost us the run, but I feel like that was a little bit too dangerous to justify. Oh, Impervious, my friend. Let's Limit Break instead of Spot Weakness, because it's going to make our strength 24. We're going to do Impervious. And we're just going to let him, go to town a little bit, but we should honestly be beefy enough to just annihilate this guy. Oh, yeah. Strike and strike. Oh, yeah! Oh, I'm really liking this build. That was a little bit too close for comfort. Definitely for next episode, we're going to play just a little bit more carefully. But, 24 strength. It's exhilarating. Interesting build we have going on here. So let's collect the spoils of combat. Skill potion. Yes. Okay. This would be an extremely useful power in conjunction with Body Slam. And impervious, too. I normally do not pick this card, Barricade. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. Let's go ahead and do that. Once again, Corruption, with that being exhausting cards, especially for longer battles, it'd make me too nervous. We're going to pick Barricade. I feel like that I'm making more unorthodox decisions, and by unorthodox, I mean unorthodox for my playstyle. But we'll go ahead and proceed here. We will collect our reward, and we will wait until we actually get to the next part of the spire before I end the video, because I don't want to necessarily cheese it where I can just go back and pick a different relic if I feel like it's not going to work out. We have the choice of Black Blood to heal 12 HP, Ectoplasm, gain energy at the start of your turn, but I can no longer gain gold. That's an interesting trade-off. I will never pick Snecko Eye. I don't think ever. I don't want to start my turns confused. I feel like that's too much of a detriment. Makes it way too RNG at that point for me to be comfortable. Let us go with the option, since we have some higher cost cards in here, like Impervious and now Barricade, it might be a good idea to go ahead and have the extra energy to play with, especially since we don't have any zero cost cards. For going extra healing there. We're going to pick Ectoplasm, and we're going to move on to the next level of the Spire. And speaking of which, this has been episode 11 now of my Slay the Spire Let's Play. Thank you guys very much for watching. It's exciting to jump right back into this. I'm going to try to record as much as I can. I honestly cannot promise any sort of schedule that has any sort of consistency to it, but I will post as often as I can. Another daily climb will be on the way here before too long. But yeah, I am whiteandnerdyman. Thank you very much again for watching. Hit subscribe, leave a comment if you would like. Definitely leave those likes. And if you have any suggestions for me, just let me know. Also, the game, the link to it in the Steam page is on my YouTube description. Go ahead and check it out. Buy it. The devs deserve all the hard money that they can get. Anyhow, I am signing off, and we will see you next time on Slay the Spire.